Merry Christmas!
You are what I'm looking for. I know what I'm looking for.
Today's video is day 2 in our 12 Days of Christmas series. Today we're going to be creating a tea light gift box. This template creates a box and hinged gatefolding doors measuring 3 by 3 inches and 1 inch in depth. So for the supplies, we're going to need a 10 by 5 inch piece of pattern paper, a scoreboard, a scoring tool, scissors, adhesive, and a small circle punch. Let's get to work. We'll start by trimming a piece of paper down. I have a scrap here, and I'm trimming this down to 5 inches by 10 inches. This gorgeous double-sided paper comes from the Story of Christmas paper collection by Echo Park. So once I have the size of paper I need, I'm going to pull in my scoreboard and start following along these steps in the template guide. So the first step is to score across the 5-inch side at 1 inch and then 4 inches. And then I'm going to rotate my paper, and the second step tells me to score across the 10-inch side and score at 1, 2.5, 3.5, 6.5, 7.5, and 9. Now I know it seems like quite a lot of score marks here, but you'll see as we start to crease these folds and start making some cuts, this will all come together very easily. So I've got all of my scores. The next thing I'm going to do is across the 10-inch side, I'm going to cut the vertical score marks up until the vertical score line meets the intersecting horizontal score line. And I'm going to do this to both the top and the bottom. Let me show you what I mean. So I'm just going to cut along that vertical score line until we meet that intersection. And I'm going to do this 6 times. So we're basically creating flaps and sidewalls to our box. So there are some parts that we're going to cut away, and we'll get to that once we get all of these score marks cut. So here we go. We've got all of these pieces separated. I missed one there. I'm going to go back and cut that. And then I just want to make sure that everything is detached. Now, you could crease all of your scores before you do this. You can crease these at any time. It's probably easier if you do that first. So I'm just going to go through, make sure everything is detached, and then I'm going to go ahead and crease all of those score marks because our box is going to start folding together here. So I'm just going to go ahead and fold along all of those score lines. And then I'm going to lay my paper out and take a look at the template guide. And the template is going to show us where we're going to start cutting away some areas. These areas are marked in red, and you want to create a couple of angle cuts and then cut a few pieces away. So I'm just going to put my paper beside the template and start kind of mimicking that. So I'm going to make an angle cut on this corner, and then I'm going to fold that piece out of the way and cut away this little rectangle. All right. So I'm going to do that to the top and the bottom of that same piece. I'm going to make an angle cut. Okay, and then I'm going to fold this piece out of the way, and then I'll cut along, and then I'll cut this little piece away. And then I'll do that to both sides, the left and the right. We're going to create these identical. So this is all of the cuts that we're going to need to make to create this box. The next thing we're going to do is apply adhesive, and all of this will fold together nicely. Now our paper looks exactly like the template. The next step is we're going to apply adhesive to the tabs noted in the reference guide. They're marked with little yellow stars. So there are 4 little tabs on this box. So I'm just going to fold those little tabs in. These are little 1-inch tabs, and I'm going to apply adhesive to those 4 tabs. And then I'm going to lift up the sides and attach the little 1-inch pieces to create the bottom of the box. And I'll just take these little side flaps and kind of fold them down to the side and out of the way so that I can see what I'm doing. And then I'll attach those tabs on the other side. And there we go. The base of our box is complete. And if you have any excess hanging over, you can just take your scissors and trim any of that away just to clean up your box. And then the next thing we're going to do is create a little finger notch here where we can grab the top of this box to open it. So I'm just going to fold down that little flap here. This is your gatefold doors. So I'm just going to fold down one of the little doors and then line up my circle punch as best as I can in the middle of that door. So I'm going to do that to both sides. I'm just going to fold that little flap and then punch a little circle notch. And I just want something small. I don't want something too big here. And then I'll flip it over and try to match up my little punch so that they'll meet up in the middle when I close my box. So I'm going to punch a little notch right out of here. Doesn't have to be perfect. I'm doing my best just eyeballing. I don't get it perfect, but it's okay. I can deal with it. And then there we go. Our box is complete. So now you're just going to fold in one side and tuck it in and then fold in the other side. And then we have this cute little gatefold box. Super cute. So we can open it up and this will fit 4 tea light candles. And we'll pop those into the box. And I'll just take my time when closing the box because I want the doors of my lid to slip right in between the little tea lights. And then tie a little bit of ribbon around. And I'll cut off any of that excess. And there we go. Our beautiful little tea light box is complete. This is a super simple, super easy, inexpensive gift to give to somebody on the second day of Christmas. Okay, that's going to be it for today's video. I will leave a link in the description box down below where you can purchase the 12 Days of Christmas template book. And this template book coordinates with 12 YouTube videos that share projects for the 12 Days of Christmas. Coming up on screen is a playlist for the 12 Days of Christmas. All of the videos that have been released so far will be in this playlist. Thanks again for joining me. Have yourself a lovely day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!